Alrighty, here we are. It is pre-popped. Reviewers for this session are me. I've been in just about everyone, and now our special guest reviewer is my brother. And we saw Predators. Predators. I guess the full disclosure is I've seen Aliens versus Predators, but I have not seen the classic Predators movies. How about you?
I was about probably like 5, maybe
that's a good
6.
point. Yeah, you would not have
So I
seen
was
it.
going in fresh.
Going in fresh.
Yeah.
Well, first off, your first gut reaction impressions.
Entertaining, it's not really like a movie that makes you think a lot.
Oh,
So.
no. Well,
But it was entertaining,
I'll be thinking a lot about Adrian Brody because of this film.
And his nose.
Adrian Brody.
Just for the record, I have nothing against his nose.
Dude is distinguished.
But,
see here. Basically, I thought it was pretty good. I think it drags in the end. I think it drags.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to give away spoilers or whatnot, but there is a fight in a grass field, and after that moment, that fight included, the film, like, it gets slow as molasses.
Yeah, very true.
Like,
the pacing was definitely kind of...
Which, well, I guess I should probably give the basic premise for people who missed the trailers. A group of killers are, like, airdropped onto an alien planet where they are hunted by aliens that like to hunt. There's a lot of hunting in it.
Yeah.
It stars Adrian Brody. I think Academy Award-winning Adrian Brody doing his best Batman impression.
Yeah. I'm Adrian Brody.
We're on this planet. How do you get here? I woke up in free fall.
Though, you know what? I loved how that movie started. Like, they were not gonna... It was not a slow starter.
Very true. They didn't bother with, like, small talk. Like,
it's like, it opens and Adrian Brody is falling from space.
Yeah, I did like the intro. That was very good.
He hits the ground, and then it flashes the word Predators at you. It's like, all right.
Yeah, he's... they hit the ground running with that film.
Yeah, they have... it's terrible. Danny Trejo, who is going to be the Machete. Oh, I didn't mention the Machete because this is from the same film company that's making the Machete.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was surprised. Troublemakers, I think is the name of them. We have Danny Trejo, that chick from Repo Men, who was actually pretty good in this. She was terrible in Repo Men, but you know
The
what?
sniper?
Yeah, the sniper chick. I thought she was okay.
Yeah.
Like, she was believable as a sniper chick. Let's see here. Who else is in the cast?
Did you mention Topher Grace?
Topher Grace, Venom, and that dude from the That 70s Show. He's the comedic relief. I mean, he was pretty good. He was the comedic relief you didn't have to feel bad about laughing at.
Yeah.
Walter Goggins of the S.H.I.E.L.D. fame is in it, and he is the other comedic relief, but he is a disgusting, filthy human being in this film.
Yeah.
And depending on how well you can put up with jokes being told about very savage stuff. I already covered Danny Trejo, and then people I don't know.
There's a Russian dude.
Russian dude I didn't know, and I didn't know the Arab guy either. And there's some Yakuza dude I did not know.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie's pretty good. It's weird to do video reviews for action films, but he's like, well, here we go. The action was good. Like, when it did do action, except for when in the later parts when, like, the tension was kind of out of the film.
Yeah. But the early parts,
Except for, like, I mean, this is pretty early in the film, so I don't feel bad about spoiling this, but they're shooting at aliens that are attacking them, and they seem like it's these special forces people seem like the worst shots in the planet.
Yeah.
Like, you remember that thing with the alien dogs? It's like they're all lowing into the air, and the only time you ever see anybody hit anything is when they stop this, like, cowboy-style wall of bullets, and they actually bother to aim.
Yeah, I did notice that, like, even Adrian Brody, in that particular shot, he actually lowers his gun to his hip. So
his hip, and he's like, "Rah, rah, rah." The creature design is pretty good. I mean, I guess we've seen Predators before.
Yeah.
Something I feel like noting that I heard from someone behind me leaving the film, and this I think might be important for some people, is the guy said, it's nothing that I haven't seen before. And I think maybe a lot of the stuff that happened in that films were like just carbon cutout things that happened in the earlier Predators films. So I don't know if that'll affect people. If you're a Predators fan, maybe this is really boring for you.
But if you haven't seen any of the Predators, it was all right.
I mean, and you think about, like, what kind of competition this thing is going up against for popcorn summer flick. Like, That works pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you talk about it relative to the other.
I mean, what else is there hard R-wise right now that can entertain? Yeah, exactly. So it's like if you really want to see people like getting shot, getting stabbed, you can see that all space technology can do something, but a good old shiv will get you through the day.
Yeah.
Oh. And he was mentioning the trailers, and I will say Lawrence Fishburne is pretty good in this film.
Oh, yeah.
It's good to see the Fishman again.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the years have been bad on Lawrence Fishburne.
He was just packing on the pounds for survival, I'm telling you.
Man, he looked like Morpheus has changed.
Yeah.
How we doing on time?
We are at 5:45.
Oh wow. Well, I'm almost out of stuff to say. I'm trying to think. Music was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't.
It only a couple of times did the like dun dun, where it was like
Yeah.
going a little over the top with what was occurring on the screen. I like me some music. I don't know. It's an action film. It gets really boring by the end, but I think it earns its boringness because the rest of the film is pretty high octane.
Yeah, it rides the wave.
And it's got the right amount of chuckles for a film of this fashion. You know what? I'm just gonna say, Adrian Brody was a lot better than I thought he was gonna be.
Very true.
Very
true.
I've been laughing about Adrian Brody being this film ever since I first saw the trailer for this film.
But he did all right.
Yeah, no, he just put on a gruff voice. And, you know, this doesn't spoil anything, but Mr. Brody apparently worked out for this film.
Yeah, he got pretty shredded.
Look at my mud abs.
Yeah.
Adrian Brody.
Yeah, he must have hit the treadmill or
Didn't
something.
get those playing the piano, I'll tell you that.
No, he certainly didn't. But, you know, like you said, it's an action movie. It gets the job done.
Yep. Anything stick out to you?
No, not in particular, and I think that's about the gist of it. It's, you know, there's nothing special about it, but it's good, but it's not amazing.
You know, and sometimes you just need a serviceable action film. You need somebody to beat up somebody.
Yeah.
Definitely better than Aliens versus Predators, because the Predators actually got to do stuff. There were no aliens.
Yeah, so it was
I kept expecting to see an alien pop up as like an Easter egg, like one of those cages was just gonna have like a single xenomorph walking around like, hey.
That would have been nice.
I'm an alien.
But
Man, this double mouth and acid blood. But yeah, no, I thought it was pretty good. I guess when we wrap things up early, it's always any of the trailers stick out to you?
What were the trailers? There was Machete.
Machete's gonna be Machete. Machete looks like it's gonna be good.
The Expendables.
Which I am worried about. I think that's gonna be boring.
Yeah. So none of the previews really stood out.
A little Bow Wow is now Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Little.
He dropped Lil.
He grew up. Now he's just Bow Wow.
Yeah, he's just Big Dog.
I'm Bow Wow, son. And you know, nothing else to really get excited about. I can tease that our next movie review, at least this pair, I'm going to see Despicable Me sometime this week. We are going to see Inception next week, and I have to imagine that you and I will have much more things to say about movie making.
Yeah, there's
about that kind of film.
I think that'll be a bit more to chew on, you know.
Yep, guns, blood, and aliens. All right.
Guns, blood, and predators.
Heck yeah, Predators.